man. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. Maybe. There we go. Oh, man.
They're doing some kind of event in the Grand Hub. Let's go check it out.
Login bonus. Bonus for lives.
Hello, I heard from the others.
No, yeah.
There's a special event going on at the Grand Hub. Should we check it out?
Oh, right, that's what it's.
Hey. What are we making today?
What, Ira? Never actually seen you do that in person. Just gotta play with the cat for a few minutes here. Where's that silhouette? Ah, yes, the hair bump. So need 2 more bows. What? What am I a jerk? Why? What am I doing?
See you later.
Am I going live at a wrong time? Man, this weather's fucking me up. No, jeez. Cat. Oh. Yeah. I was watching some of the Godzilla-thon on that channel. Watched a big chunk of Terror of Mechagodzilla. But then I couldn't stay up. I forgot that there's like a plot point in that movie that's so stupid. That's like stupid even for like Godzilla movies. Like the whole like, oh, it'd be impossible for there to be a giant underwater dinosaur. That's just absurd. Or you're a quack marine biologist. That is impossible. Blah 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 blah. In a world that, regardless of like how the major continuity goes of the Showa series, at the very least it goes Mechagodzilla, Terror of Mechagodzilla, with some in between because they make mention of like Ghidorah and Anguirus and Manda. So like, even theoretically, if this guy was doing the whole like, oh, a giant underwater dinosaur theory before like Godzilla first appeared, you would think that like the moment Godzilla showed up and fucked up Japan and Tokyo, that everybody would be like, hey, scientist dude, Mr. Umufune, our bad. Giant underwater dinosaurs can totally be a thing. We just had a radioactive one, like, fuck up our entire city. Our bad. But nope, they just kept, for like all those years, kept saying, no, it's impossible. Ridiculed him. It's impossible. You can't have a giant underwater dinosaur. Even though we had Monsters from Space show had a giant dinosaur, underwater dinosaur get radioactive. We had a giant land dinosaur. We had a giant sea snake. We had aliens build a robot version of the giant radioactive dinosaur. And it took until them seeing it with their own eyes to go, oh, I guess he was right after all. Huh. What do you know? Imagine that. So stupid. I love that movie, but that little bit just irks me. Yeah, exactly. It would be like if watching Shin Godzilla, and when the tail pops up, they're like, no, that's an internet hoax. There's no actual giant marine creature off our coast doing stuff. And then the second form lumbers onto shore and starts scootalooing around. And they were still just like, no, us Japanese government are still going to collectively be like, there's an explanation for that. There wasn't a giant creature. And then it took until, like, the fourth form showed up for them to go, I guess. I mean, shit, maybe that guy talking about all the radioactive stuff, maybe he was onto something. Versus the way it happened, where it's like, oh, the second form lumbered onto shore and went, oh, shit, okay, dig up that guy's research. He was right. Oh, God, he was right. Yeah. It's just, it's AI and our sonar is fucking up because earthquakes. And it's like, no, like we're literally filming live. This thing is crushing buildings and spewing blood shit everywhere. No. You're just mass hallucination. Those buildings destroyed themselves. They were old anyways. They just collapsed. Yeah, we needed to replace them. Shin is standalone. Yeah, Shin's standalone. GMK is not standalone. Technically, the OG happens and then GMK happens. I think it's just Shin is standalone. The Monsterverse is its own separate thing. Otherwise, every other one is OG happens and then the timeline fractures. Going into the Showa, Heisei, Millennium series, all split off from the original. Shin is its own like unique thing. Even like Final Wars is like technically, I think OG happens and then leads directly into like Final Wars or something along those lines. Or it's like an alternate of OG where they like didn't kill him. Yeah, -1 is standalone also. It's its own thing. GMK doesn't seem like it spreads off the first one, but they mention that's like the Godzilla body is actually like dead. That he died in the first one, and then all the collective souls of everybody who died in like World War I and World War II, everybody just kind of forgot about because, oh, that war, you know, new generations like, oh, that war was a million years ago, who cares? So all them bodies possessed the body of Godzilla, resurrected him, and that's GMK. So yeah, it's Shin standalone, -1 into -0 is standalone. Doesn't split. So there's like, if you take all the Godzilla verse, there's like 4 timelines. There's OG that splits into Showa, there's OG that splits into Heisei, there's OG that splits into Millennium, there's Shin, and then there's -1. And then I guess if you want to count the American ones, then there's 2 extra, because there's the TriStar, which is just its own singular thing, and then Monsterverse, which starts with Godzilla, and then, you know, branches from there. So that's like OG, Shin, -1, Legendary, TriStar. Yeah, so there's like 5. If you want to like do a DBZ style, 5 timelines. I'm pretty sure that's like it. Well, yeah, but like as far as like a starting off points, it's TriStar, then branches into the animated series. Or then there's OG that goes into Showa, Heisei, Millennium. And there's Shin, which just is Shin. Maybe a Shin 2. And then -1, which then branches into -0. And then Legendary starting with Godzilla, which then branches in all the Monsterverse stuff.
Let's get started.
What do I might need though? No, I better not.
See ya.
Okay. I guess technically it's kind of alluded to that there were kind of plans, but I don't think they went anywhere to like interconnect Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider, since they're all directed by the Eva guy. They're all like, that's why they're all Shin. But then there's supposed to be like a Shin Eva, but then it kind of never happened, or hasn't happened yet. So there's still a chance that something could come out, and then Shin is a starting point, which branches into Ultraman, into Kamen Rider, into Eva, into a collective thing or something. We don't know yet. Or it might be just that, oh, there's just 3 movies named Shin, and that's it. No, it's just connected to, like, pretty loosely connected to the OG. As far as I'm aware, they don't really talk about it much. As the first movie just being like, yeah, Godzilla, was on our planet, there were giant monsters, and then, we've been dealing with them for a while, and all of a sudden, just kind of out of nowhere, Godzilla went on a, like, very pointed, I am killing all of the other monsters on the planet, and then I'm going after humanity. And they just couldn't stop him this time for some reason. And then sometime down that timeline, I believe the aliens who worship technology showed up, and they're like, okay, we'll help. Well, we have all this super advanced technology, and we're going to use this nanomachines and all that jazz, and then their combined might. No, still couldn't deal with Godzilla and the uprising of all these other monsters that Godzilla was killing as they were showing up. And then they tried to build a Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla just found out about it and blew it up before it could happen. And then the aliens that worshipped Oblivion and Nothing showed up because it's kind of implied that on their collective planets there were also similar monster uprisings. Where just suddenly monsters all over the planet and our race is going extinct. So they fled their collective planets, found our planet, and went, hey, we can help. Turns out, no, they couldn't. And then, plan to flee for 200 years. Divides the plan and then come back, and then that 200 years turned into like 2,000 years. And then at that time, Godzilla took over the planet. But I think it's technically branched from like the OG. But I don't know if it's like OG into Heisei or Millennium or something, or if it's like its own separate split off. They didn't really talk about it. Whereas, like they deliberately mention in like the Millennium series and the Heisei series that, oh yeah, that God's first Godzilla showed up and then we killed it, and then another one just kind of showed up out of nowhere that was like bigger and stronger than it, and now we're dealing with this problem. And heck, for the Millennium series, their version of Mechagodzilla is actually, they use the skeleton of the OG to make Kiryu. It's like either the framework or like they base it off of it, so it has its like DNA and stuff and its weird machinery. So, and at least like GMK kind of implies that, oh yeah, the first Godzilla showed up, we killed it. And then that's all there was after it. There were no other giant monsters, and then all of a sudden ghosts inhabit his body, resurrect him. So it's kind of, for the Godzilla Earth is, I guess, like its own branch off from OG. But it could be a branch off of any of Showa, Heisei, or Millennium. I guess you could take your pick.
Right.
At least as far as I understand it, at least.
Oh, there's a quest that's only available right now. Yeah, I think there was talks of that. There's been a lot of talks of just like, oh, what if we do this crossover thing, and then it... Oh, did I show up like right as they killed it? Oh, no. Okay. They killed one. Oh, that's okay. So wiggly and hard to hit.
That went smoothly. Let's give it a tempo.
Yeah, I'm thinking about replacing it. The one I can make... Oh, that thing's dead. From these Wiggly Snake guys kind of does the same thing that I'm using right now, but it has like extra elemental stuff. So it'll make it a few more options with it.
Ah, there you go. Oh, they captured it. Okay. Means I'm not gonna be able to go get the other. That's fine. I got to carve one, get one per capture. There'll be some for doing it. That's fine. I think one of them was a gold large too. Oh, I don't think it counted for me because I didn't actually kill it. Damn. Oh well. Okay, should be able to make the level 2 of this gun. And then I have enough to already do the level 3. And I'll have to try to get the level 4. We did event quest. Sweet. Doing that.
So long for now.
Hey. What are we making today? Say bye.
Arabame. Make this one.
I'm ready to work.
Because I already have the first form. Because I think I got it from like that sailing dude who shows up sometime. And then I can make that one. Because I can do that.
Alrighty, perfection.
Then I need Hunter Symbol 1. So I need to look for like quest rewards that give that. Because essentially, and it's got the same power, same affinity, same slots, same normal pierce spread levels. It's just that I'm trading no paralysis, smaller clip size for freeze and pierce, but I can rapid fire the freeze. I can't rapid fire normal, so I'll lose that. But then I also get access to water ammo, and I can rapid fire pierce or freeze. And I get some exhaust, which is kind of nice, better than that armor. So I feel like it gives me a little more versatility. Plus, random, hey, your jump attacks do more. Yep. Alrighty, man. I assume you have to go. For some reason, it's not popping up in my YouTube chat here. But I assume that means you have to go pay attention to your doggo.
Say bye.
Oh. Okay. Hunter Symbol 1.
Fits it to a T.
Sorry, I only could see, like, part of that message.
Please tell me what you need.
I don't know why some of it's, like, not showing up. Maybe it's an auto mod thing. I don't know.
Bye.
I don't think I used like any items for that, but I will do this just the same. Alright, so I need Hunter's Symbol 1. Probably stuff that's not that, like, intense. I wonder if it'd be event stuff, maybe, when I have it. It's Hunter Symbol 2. So Maybe... here we go, Hunters in the Wilds. I don't know if I want to fight Cook. But... oh yeah, that whole big family's kind of fucked. There, I can go beat up on frogs.
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared?
Completely missed.
Here we go!
No, you can mount the monster in other games. It was just a very different kind of mechanic. But yeah, you could totally mount monsters in the other ones. In fact, on some of them, there was like special like styles you could equip, and one of them was an aerial style that made it like what do you mean? If you mean like moving the monster around and kind of manipulating it, then that's literally only Rise. Oh. Yes, it is only Wilds and Rise. Yep. It's only been the two. Afterworlds. Yeah, it was kind of like an evolving thing. So in World, they introduced the Scout Flies and the ability to like, I'm gonna track a monster, and then the little flies are just gonna show you a direct trail right up to where the monster is. And then Rise came out, and they're like, hey, we're going to put that in, but you're going to be able to ride these cool dogs around to make it faster. That way when you lock onto the monster, you can just go, hey, dog, go track him. And then Wilds is like, hey, here's a bird who can now, like, glide, and it locks on better and is a little bit faster at, like, navigating. Because once they started making the world a little more open and whatnot, they're like, okay, we kind of need a faster travel. Because it did get kind of annoying sometimes in World being on kind of a big area where you could just go from zone to zone to zone and you had to run everywhere. But I feel like you got to know the areas a lot better in World, though. Since you had to run everywhere, you knew where things were. Versus there's, like, tons of areas in Rise, mostly because I didn't play Rise that much. And in Wilds here that I've just never been to certain parts of the map because the monsters don't go there. So I just... Because you just go, L1 triangle, and then the bird takes you to the monster, and you fight the monster. Oh, monster running away, hop on the bird, and then it'll just chase the monster down. So it's one of those things where, like, if they keep doing it where you have, like, a mount to ride around on, fine. But if they go back to, nah, you gotta chase that thing on foot, I'll be fine with that, too. The birds are definitely an improvement of the dogs. I didn't like the dogs so much. I also didn't like the whole mid-air slinger... I don't know. I just did not like Rise. No shade to anybody who does like Rise. I just didn't care for base Rise. People keep telling me I should give it another shot and get the DLC, because the DLC is super cool, but, like, I don't want to have to play through Rise again.
Got something in mind?
So I need 2 more of those symbols. Okay, I can do 2 more of those frogs. I think this time, though, I'm going to change to the Gunlance. Be a little bit easier.
Yes.
Which sucks, because, like, I've used a few of the monsters from the Rise DLC in Stories 3, and I like them a lot. Lunagaron's a huge winner. So is Malzeno. Very cool. It's just Rise, I don't know. I just couldn't shake the feeling for Rise of, look at all these weird Oni, like, demon designs. Why am I just not playing Tokiden or Tokiden 2 instead? Because then at least they're actual weird demon things and not... No, these are living monsters. They just kind of look like Japanese, like, folklore monsters.
That's our target.
I mean, some of them are cool, but it's just like, I'm more like... I don't know. Not to say that a lot of the monsters in, like, Monster Hunter look like real creatures, but they all fit, like, a kind of a design. You could be like, oh, this thing kind of looks like it evolved from it. Or it's like of a similar style, where it's like they were all like weird Freako pics. And just like, eh.
Commencing mission.
That being said, though, man, I could go for like a Tokiden 3 right about now. Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is it's like they look like legends or historical stuff, or like when you're talking about like Japanese folklore, like, oh, this is an oni, this is a whatever. That's like what a lot of that stuff looked like, which is like, I appreciate them trying to do different designs, but like I'd rather them not. Especially since like I also enjoyed Tokiden, which had all of those designs, just design styles, but it was like actual demons because you were fighting actual demons and spirits. And that's what I liked about them, is just like they're both similar style kind of games, except one of them you were fighting demons and monsters so they could do certain designs, whereas like a lot of stuff for Monster had to be look like a real living thing and not something out of like a folklore painting, I guess. I don't know. They just not my design aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. Especially since like Tokiden is also a lot of just like, oh, you're some person from the modern day who got sent to the past. There's demons and dragons and stuff. Quick, team up with these people before the demons eat and kill you. Whereas like this has got nothing to do with the real world. So having like, this looks like it was a Japanese demon from ancient history, where in a universe where Japan doesn't exist. I can't believe I missed it. Fine.
Fine work and an impeccable result.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually the best way to describe it. It would be like if,
The specimen is.
like, something that looked like a Pokemon, like an actual Pokemon, showed up in Digimon. And, like, its evolution was, like, just, like, yeah, like that. And then if, like, you had, like, Agumon turn into Greymon, turn into War Greymon, turn into Omnimon in a Pokemon game, you're like, that's a little weird. But, like, in Digimon's art style. Or, like, if the Pokemon turned into, if you put a Charmander into Digimon game, but it was still, like, the Pokemon art style. And it just turned into a Charizard, you'd be like, ugh. But you like them both, but you want them separate. I like the way Tokiden does, and I like the way Monster Hunter does, but I don't want their designs to crisscross. But that is exactly. Which goes to explain why the monsters that they put in the Rise DLC, I like a lot more. Because they look like Monster Hunter monsters. And not something out of Tokiden. Now, granted, there were some stuff in Rise I did like. I did like Arachna Kadaki. I do like that one. That Flame Spider is cool. I like that. Moldron's okay. I don't hate it. And Magna Mallow's cool. I like Magna Mallow. But even then, like those ones I just mentioned, like Arachna Kadaki is like super different. But like you can look at Magna Mallow and go, it's almost a Zenogre. It looks like a Zenogre plus. In the shape of its skeleton and the like its body shape, you're like, you squint real hard, you can see the Zenogre there. It's like you could kind of okay with Gosharag, but even then with like Gosharag, you can look at it. If you squint hard enough, you're like, it might be an Azuros. Big bear thing. But then like those two snake things that were like that I guess fused into a third snake thing, I didn't get that far in the story, were like fucking stupid. I hate those things. I hate the Somnic Cat. That is such a stupid design. I don't like it. I hate it. I don't like that stupid bird thing that dances around and uses wings to cover itself like it's fans or something. That, like, I don't like it. I don't like the not Bishaten, that's the name of the abilities, the Bishaten Embers, but maybe it is a Bishaten. No. Whatever it is, that weird squirrel thing that stands on its tail and throws all the acorns and shit everywhere. But there's the normal one, and then there's the blood orange one. Kind of don't like that thing very much either.
Well,
But then you go to the DLC, and you're like, Luna Garon. Oh, it's just like an O-Dog, but he's like a werewolf.
welcome back.
An ice werewolf. That's cool. And, like, you look at, like, Malzeno. Oh, it's a dragon, but what if that dragon was a vampire Dracula? Okay, that's cool. I like that. Or even Garomgolm. It's a giant, like, armor monkey that does, like, steam and stuff. And one's fist's like water, one is like molten, so it combines the two to make steam explosions. But you can still kind of see the Rajang monkey kind of like thing in it, or like some of the other monkeys are like, yeah, that's cool, I like that. Gaiazmagorm. Gaiazmagorm's fucking awesome. I like him. He's super cool. Or even though he didn't wasn't his debut game, they put Espinos in the DLC, which is from like Frontiers or whatever, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's flying wyvern, but like kind of bigger and very spiky and ultra poisonous and paralytic. Like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. I think I need one more ticket.
I heard from the others. Yes.
It's just that they would have done more stuff like that, but like in the base game. Because I liked playing Rise, because it took a lot of elements from Worlds and passed it on, which is what I wanted to have happen when Rise was first coming out. I was like, man, I hope they took a lot of the stuff they learned in World.
What a monster we have
They did.
this time.
It was cool. It's hard to be excited to hunt monsters a bunch of times and have to hunt them often because you need parts to make new gear. But you don't really like the look of the monsters, so you're not excited to fight them over and over and over. Sure, the fights were like fun, and it was cool to be able to like manipulate the monster so you could run off, go grab a monster, ride it towards the other monster, and make the two monsters fight each other. Like, that was cool. I liked that. I wish we would have gotten more of that.
We'll move together.
Just again. But then it's just, so for me personally, a lot of designs were misses. Yeah, like that thing was cool. It made it like worth keeping other monsters around versus, oh no, quick, dung the second monster, we don't want to deal with him right now, or at all. Now it's just like, oh, thank God another monster showed up. I'm gonna make them fight each other. And then I'm gonna make it dunk into a wall and knock itself over, and then when it gets up, it's gonna run off because I was like, well, that sucked. I don't want to do that. That was awful.
Commencing mission.
But, so I don't know. Just there's a lot of cool things you just didn't. There was enough of what I could want to be important that missed, I guess is what I'm saying. I hate to dog on the game because it wasn't a bad game. It had some questionable choices about like releasing like the story bit, having just the like, oh, you beat the two snakes individually, and then they're talking to you through the little shrine twins, and they're like, we will combine together to create our true form, and then we will spread our children all over the world. To be continued months and months and months later, with no new content, no new nothing, because they just didn't have that bit of the story finished yet. And it wasn't a conclusion, it was like left undone. And it took so long that I just stopped playing the game, because I was like, well, I've got nothing to do. There's no new monsters to hunt. I've got what I wanted at the time. And it took too long for the next bit to come out. It'd be like if you were playing Wilds, and you're like, okay, we're getting ready to go hunt down Zoshia. Next time. And then 5 months later, hey, the next mission came out for the story. Now go hunt Zoshia. And it's just like, well, I don't know if I care anymore. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd also kind of hoped we were going to get a Zoids crossover, since they did those kits, because they did a crossover with Monster Hunter and Zoids, where they're like, oh yeah, we're putting out kits. Here's a Zoids version of a Rathalos and the Zoids version of a Zinogre, and it was like, oh, what if though? What if we get to fight a Robo Rathalos or whatever the Zoids name for it is? And then the Zoids version of a Zinogre in Wilds, and be like, oh, and then you can make cool robot armor out of them. And then it just kind of never happened. And instead we got Street Fighter and 14 with a really stupid, hard, not very fun boss fight. That there's an even harder version that I'm just never going to do. And that's it. Maybe the DLC though. Maybe if they ever announce an expansion for Wilds, maybe we'll get that Zoid crossover. Or, fucking Godzilla. Just, I know it'll never happen. But come on.
Well, what can I... Yep.
I want it.
Anything catch your eye?
I'm not gonna sniper gun.
Hello.
Damn, still need one more of those hunters in
Know
this
where to
blood.
find me. Yes.
Honestly, I would be fine with just Gundam Breaker, but Zoids. Where it's just, hey, build your Zoids, and you put them in the machine, and you play this online game with the Zoids you build. You just literally do the exact same thing as Gundam Breaker 4, just make it Zoids instead, and I'd be happy. Which reminds me, I need to get those DLCs that I don't have for Gundam Breaker 4 itself. I'd like to play the little bit continued story. I actually liked the story of Gundam Breaker 4.
Keep your mind sharp.
We need another Gundam Breaker and a V2. Look at it.
Please, go easy on me. That helps, doesn't it? Fence up. Let's rock.
Yeah, Anthem had the opportunity to be like real cool. You know, they just kind of fucked it up. Too busy trying to make a game, trying to like chasing after a game that like people could play forever without actually making a game that anybody wanted to play forever. Like, there's a reason people play these games that they play forever, is because they were fun to play forever. But it took a while. Like, the game had to come out and be a thing before people could decide, oh, I'm going to play this game forever. It's not like people immediately picked up Minecraft and went, I will play this for the rest of my life. People didn't pick up Ark and go, oh, I'm going to play this forever. People didn't pick up WoW and go, I'm going to play this for the rest of my life. It took a bit. It took some time. And then they just, yeah. They didn't make the solid game first. They were too busy going, oh, but
Retreating.
you want to play this game forever, right? Yep.
This thing's a trove of new data.
It would essentially, I don't know if this is like a right analogy, but it'd be like sponsoring / buying like a high school football team and then spending a bunch of money to get them like into college playoffs. Because you just assumed, oh, well, all you got to do to get to the Super Bowl is you buy a team and then they're in the Super Bowl. So you buy like a cheap high school football team and then you try to make them play against like college athletes because you're just like, well, I bought you, play football. Get them. I spent a bunch of money, gave you a bunch of good trainers. Why aren't you footballing against like, the Chiefs or the Cowboys or the Packers or something? Come on, let's go. Chop, chop. And then you realize, oh, it's because it's a high school football team. It takes a while for a high school football players to get big and strong enough and play enough football for them to get into college teams to then go into the NFL. You can't just jump right into it.
Special event. Get the news here.
We're going to make this game called Concord. It's going to have an interesting cast of characters and it's going to be super diverse and like it covers all the bases. Why isn't it doing Overwatch numbers right yesterday? Why isn't it doing Overwatch numbers a week before it came out? Why am I not a trillionaire already? What's wrong? I don't understand. Overwatch did it. Why can't we do it? It's just like, ooh, Overwatch had a lot of things going for it when it first came out.
I've got something for you.
You can't just do it. Why isn't Highguard Overwatch already? Why isn't Overwatch 2 Overwatch 1 already? I spent the money on it and it came out. Why no money now, Pocket? Come here.
Hey. What are we making today?
Just can't do it.
Ready to get to work? Alrighty. Perfection.
Okay.
Come back anytime.
Let's try out this new bowgun.
Can I help you?
Let's walk over to my bowgun set. It'd be like... Actually, another good example is what happened to fucking... Right, exactly. Or Highguard comes out. Oh yeah, we've got we got this big map. It's super big. It's bigger than any other map. And we have like mining mechanics with different advanced phases. And you do all this stuff. And you're base building. And you're defending. And there's attack and defender mechanics. All this stuff. What do you mean you want 5v5? What do you mean the map's too big? What do you mean you can't find anybody? I don't understand. And then they put out the 5v5 mode. It's just like, well, it's too late. Why is this mining mechanic here? That's fucking stupid. And then the same thing's gonna happen with that fucking Horizon Call of the Hunters or whatever. It's gonna come out and go, well, why isn't this Overwatch already? Why don't we have Overwatch levels of mining? What do you mean you don't like the way the characters look? Yeah, right. It's from some of the people who might have done something with Titanfall. They're making this other game. But then everybody just looks at it and go, but why no Titanfall? It's like, why are these Titanfall people making this not Titanfall when all we want is Titanfall 3? Did you give us Titanfall 3? No? Then get the fuck out of my face. Literally what happened to Diablo. Oh man, BlizzCon, blah blah blah, they're gonna announce Diablo 4. It's Diablo, but on your phone. Yeah, whatever, but where's Diablo 4? Well, we're not making Diablo 4 right now. Well, why the fuck not? Well, just Diablo on your phone. You have a phone, don't you? Yeah, but it's not Diablo 4. That thunder? The fuck? I didn't think it was supposed to rain tonight. Alright, let's try out this bow gun. Wait, I thought this thing... Wait a minute.
There's a special event going on at the Grand Hub. Should we check it out?
Hey.
I thought... Yeah. Like some dude crawling through the desert dying of thirst, and the only thing he wants is water, and you show up and you go, oh, I don't have any water, but I have a can of Steel Reserve. And you're like, get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, it's sure, technically it's liquid, but I'm gonna die without water. Where's my water? I don't want your beer. Or adversely, man, I really need to get drunk tonight. Today was bad. All I got is water in the fridge. I don't fucking want water. Water's not going to help me get drunk. It's like, yeah, sure, I could drink it, and I'm technically drinking right now. It's the same thing. I thought this... I could have swore that had, like, special ammo or something. What was I looking at that had that? Oh, I was looking at that for the special ammo. Oops, okay.
Anything catch your eye? What are we making today?
Oh, it's just I could just like make that right away. Oh, okay. Now that I've like unlocked like the previous stages, okay. Something? I don't know. Yeah. No, it really does. Too busy trying to... Like, I understand wanting to, like, try to do what other people are doing, especially if it's, like, working really well, but, like... Instead of trying to, like, take some stuff from something and make something like it, they're trying to just, like, copy the exact same thing. But without putting, like, their own spin on it. I don't know how else to describe it. They're just... Everybody's trying to just chase the big thing. It'd be like when like the first Super Mario came out, and then like every like other like game developer is trying to make their own Super Mario, but they've like made Super Mario and the Super Mario Brothers and the Toilet Kingdom, because they're still kind of plumbers, and they're just going, well, I don't understand why it's not working. It's the same thing. Why isn't it working? So no, it's not. You really just start doing what they're doing, but worse, because you're banking on the fact that it looks similar and everybody's just going to love it immediately the same. Nobody, like, big companies aren't trying to, like, put something in and let it gain speed. They just want to hit the ground running. Which is why all the big quadruple and triple A, you know, it's a thing as a triple A. Quadruple A games are just burning to the ground for the most part, and then just like, hey, two dudes in a garage made this. Literally Sony yelling at a bunch of their people about why their game isn't as good as this indie game, when indie game was made in a garage, in a cave with a box of scraps. Points at indie dev. They made that game in a cave with a box of scraps. And they just go, yeah, but we're not them. We can't do that. Yeah. And Fortnite was able to take off because they took what PUBG was trying to do. Because originally Fortnite was supposed to be just like this like 4-person co-op survival wave mode thing where like you'd have time to build a day base and then monsters would show up and they'd run through your little maze. You got to shoot them and keep them from getting to like this core or whatever. / PvE thing where you like build a base during the day and monsters attack you at night kind of thing. And then PUBG came out and sucked because it was not very well coded. And they went, oh, well, we can do that, but let's make it better though. And then they just actually did the Battle Royale and did it better. And then Fortnite took off because it still had like the building stuff. And then the reason everybody plays Fortnite all the time is just because Fortnite's the first ones who did it and they've been doing it the longest. So that's what people play. And then they keep trying to put out these games that are like Fortnite, and everybody just kind of looks at it and goes, I mean, that looks neat, but like, why would I just not play Fortnite instead? What reason do I have to come play your game instead? And they keep trying to just, but we're doing the Fortnite. It's like, yeah, but I have Fortnite at home. And then you look at like people who put out something like Balatro. Balatro like copied poker, but like put its own unique spin on the poker thing. And then Gangbusters. Oh look, it's Clover Pit Gangbusters because it's slots, but with like weird modifiers and stuff. Or Racoin. Oh look, it's the coin pusher game, but with all these weird modifiers, and you throw in special coins that explode and go all over the place, with like little to no microtransactions like at all. And it's just, yeah, play the game. It's cool. I'm not going to ask you for any more money other than just buying the game, and maybe buy the game on multiple platforms because you're going to want to play it all the time. Okay? And like people play it forever because the creator's not asking them to play forever. Yeah, it failed because it wasn't balanced for shit. All matches went, okay, what monster did the player get picked as and evolve? Was it the Kraken? No. The humans are going to mollywop the shit out of that monster because it literally can never get to its third form because they will just be on top of it like flies on shit and kill it immediately. And then even if it does get to its third form, it's still not going to be stronger than 4 players, like the 4 hunters together, especially when like the only ult condition is to try to sneak away from the hunters and go destroy this base, but it takes so long to destroy the base that the hunters are just going to find you, trap you, kill you if they didn't do it when you were at like stage 1. Or you play the Kraken, and at stage 1, within the first 5 minutes, you killed 3 of the 4 players from across the map because they can't get to you, and then you just pick off the 4th one at your leisure. And then they were like, oh, let's put out some other monsters. And they put out other monsters that were okay. They did okay. But then they just like, oh, well, now we got to put out a bunch more heroes that are even more OP and busted and overpowered. So it still boils down to, okay, pick whatever 4 hunters you want. Doesn't matter. All right, what are you fighting? Is it not the Kraken? Okay, win 100% of the time. Is it the Kraken? Kraken wins 100% of the time. Or the Wraith or whatever it was. Or maybe there was 2 of them. There was the Kraken and the Wraith that both could do it, and then like none of the other monsters could. Yay, fun. But then other games came out where they took that premise and then, balanced it better, and then you have like Dead by Daylight and the Jason Voorhees game, and like, which were fairly well balanced, and it was just like, no, it could go either way. Depending on like, equal skill level, it's going to go either way between them. And then those games did pretty well and are still played, whereas Evolved faded away into obscurity, never to be spoke of again. Well, not ever be spoke of again, because people will bring it up because it was so bad.
Happy to lend a paw with all your training needs.
Yeah, kind of like this rifle. Oh, also, I don't know if you knew this. I only just found out about this like yesterday or this morning. That if you... Yeah. If the connections would have been better, or if the offline, like with AI, was like worth anything. Because like you could totally play that game like offline or with like do a couple people on your team versus just like bunches of AI. But all the AI would do was attack the central objective, and the AI wouldn't help with any other objectives. So you'd have to go do all the objectives by yourself. But then as the moment you start to do the objective, the enemy AI will flood to you and try to stop you from doing the objective. But if the enemy starts, like AI starts to do objectives, your AI won't. It was just the AI was like the call, like the connection between people was trash, and then the AI was dog water. But anyway, so I was going to say here, so like, you know, you can like shoot, but I hit like the trigger. I figured out that if you shoot and then hit circle immediately, you'll do like this chaser shot. I didn't know that was a thing. And it shoots like extra shots. I didn't know there was such thing as a chaser shot. I wonder if that even like lists that as like a play guide or something. Because I just don't ever remember seeing that. Yeah, because I knew like the burst step. I wonder if I should swap over to like get the adhesive ammo instead of the mines. Yeah, I don't think I would play Brink even if it was free. Where's that? Where's that book? There it is. What do I want for this? I could do elemental powder, which increases the power. Or I could make normal. So I could make it to where the rapid fires got more ammo. Or one more mine / one more sticky. Or give myself one more into the clip for normal and pierce. I think I'd rather do this, because, like, more ammo for the pierce, so I'll have 3, and then when I rapid fire, I'll still have 3, but I'll only have 5 for freeze, whereas rapid fire magazine would give me 3 pierce in rapid fire and 6 freeze in rapid fire. But then once I run out of freeze, then I'm back to pierce, and I think I'd rather just have one more in the magazine for pierce the whole time, since it never runs out, whereas, like, yeah. So I also not going to do, like, as much as, like, having this elemental powder to make level 2 water and freeze, but, like, those are finite, whereas I think I'd rather have more power into Pierce since it's infinite. Or even do like normal powder, so that way normal and Pierce are at level 2. Because depending on the monster, Pierce isn't very good. Like on those Hirabamis, Pierce not very good because they're so thin. It's not going to hit them very much. So I think that's the way to go. Now, if like Elemental never ran out, then yeah, I'd be doing that. It's part of why I don't use this Valkyrie flame anymore. Because like it's nice that it makes poison last longer, but like you only have so many poison rounds. And unless you're gonna constantly run back to your little chest to grab more poison rounds, it's like once you run out, it's just like, well, then you're back to doing whatever, and then that ability to make poison last longer doesn't help you at all. So I kind of wish that like when you had elemental like bowguns, that like if it was a poison bowgun, then just like it changes like your normal ammo to be poison. Or like if it was a fire one, your normal ammo would be fire. You know, something along those lines. I don't know. Idle thoughts. Would just be kind of nice. Because then it's like, you know, the Valkyrie Flame being like poison lasts longer would be good. Like it is like, you know, because I like it on the Raytheon Sword and Shield. Because the Raytheon Sword and Shield, it always does poison damage. You're always hitting for poison, so every time it poisons something, that poison lasts longer because you're always like trying to apply poison every swing. It's not like with your poison greatsword attack. Oh, if you've hit them, you swung too many times, and now the poison your sword just becomes a regular sword because you just ran out of poison on it. I don't know. Bowgun main complaints. Actually, I wanted to try out instead of the mine, since I haven't been like doing sleep bomb and stuff. I want to try the adhesive. Probably get more use out of it, honestly, nowadays. Yeah, okay, I'll do that more often. Alright, now that I got this made, I like it a little bit better than the other one. Now, what do I want? I mean, I guess I could go do a few more of those Gravios. To get those meal tickets and just parts I know I don't need to melt. Since my Gravios armor's done, I need to work on my Gunland stuff. Or maybe think of like a new armor to make instead of the Gormagala. Kind of thinking the Zoshia, because that whole like just recovering HP passively regardless of whether it's red or not would be kind of useful for like when I'm blocking a bunch of shit with the gun lance. With like the one ability that like quadruples your recoverable rate.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yes, that's the thing is I'd have to see how fast, but I can't like see how fast it is because it just says that it slowly regens HP even past red, and then the level 2 of it, it's like regens HP even when there's no recoverable. And then there's the ability you can slot in. So I think I have part of it. Recovery speed. Also, like, quadruples the speed at which you heal recoverable damage if you have it maxed out. But, like, I don't know if... So, like, recoverable would be, like, red is recoverable. But, like, I don't know if the super regen from Zoshia makes it to where the non-red counts as recoverable. So would that quadruple that? Because if so, that'd be pretty sick. And I guess I could, like, look it up at some point, but... I guess I'll go hunt some Zoshias. 16 minutes or here. Let's go back to Grand Hub.
Back. Can I help you with anything?
Actually, let's go here because I think I could save that Zoshia as an investigation. Since it's popped back up, that's something I can do a couple times at least. Request. Save him as an investigation, yes. There we go. I can go back to here, get one of those meals with the tickets. Because then I feel like I could also, like, the super regeneration plus the recovery mantle plus, like, recovery speed might make for some good. Just, like, I just kind of need to sit here and tank for a little bit. I don't have time to put away the shield to drink something. I can just, like, heal. Not, like, super fast, but enough to be like, I'm not going to, you know, I can, or if I need to just run around or something, I don't know.
Come on, Otto. You have any requests?
It's allows health gauge to continue to recover up to the max value, even if there's no red portion. So I don't know if that counts that as recoverable health. I mean, I'm kind of assuming so, since the armor comes with, like, maxed out recovery speed. So assuming you're supposed to use those two together, I assume. Otherwise, if recovery speed didn't affect it, I don't know that it, like, what would be the point, I feel like. I just gotta decide, like, which version I want to do. I'm assuming... usually go with, like, the B set, because it's got better gem slots, so I can slot shit in. So I probably just go with the B. I don't think there's any difference between the two, so it doesn't really matter which ones I do, since I'm going to be... yeah. Since I'll just have it covered up anyways. probably just do this set. So that looks pretty cool. This has like one more counter strike. This has like one more coalescence. This has a coalescence. This has a counter strike. Like I don't really need like the counter strike or coalescence on here, since I'm not like blighting myself. I could just use one of these slots to put in a freaking recover or 1 point into recovery speed. Not a big deal. Because otherwise, Agitator will be maxed out, and Elemental Absorption will be maxed out. And then I can just do whatever from there. And then on the Gun Lance itself, I've got maxed out Blast, Guard, and Guard up, so that's all taken care of. Instead of having to like waste most of my slots on the armor trying to like max out all the things to make the Gore Magala set work, I can just do other things. So, I think that's the play. Or at least I'll try it out. And if it's bad, then I go back to Gore Magala. You know, I won't be as damaging, I don't think. Just because I don't get like all the big buffs from having Blighted and then recovering from Blighted, but the armor will be better. I'll be more survivable. So I think that's fine, especially since I have like a stronger gun lance anyways. And I only need to make 4 pieces, actually, now that I think about it, since I'll keep the Fulgur Anjanath leg, since it combos with the gun lance to give myself that little bit of extra stamina bar, making so I can block longer. Go back up to this. So I won't need the legs. So I'll lose like 1 point into Elemental Absorption, Counter Strike, and Recovery Speed. That's fine. I could put 2 points. Actually. Yeah. Oh, I'll need to put slot like 2 points into Recovery Speed. Not a big deal. I think that's fine. I don't care about the counter strike, and if I decide I want the elemental absorption, I can just slot that in too, because I'll still get the max agitator, which will be good. Max agitator would be nice. And I can always slot in self-improvement, flinch-free tremor res. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Safe wanderings.
Because ideally, I'd maybe want to try to do the Gogmazios, but I've just been having 0 luck with Hunt Gog. So maybe this will help me hunt Gog better by getting the Zoshia stuff instead of the Gore Magala. Neil. Might as well use one of these tickets. Okay. Okay.
Any quests you want to go on?
Investigations. Let's do this one. This should give some okay stuff, I think. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll do it with bowgun. SOS fire. Do I want? Yeah, I think I want the heavy bow gun. Stop it. And at least wait for at least one NPC to show up. Okay, Fabius is here.
I'll just hop off for now.
God, we got a soy boy. Soy boy.
Keep your mind sharp. Let's go. I'll follow your lead.
Oh yeah, the drop thing is over there.
Everything you have. Your stamina is up. Sprint all you like.
Nice. So you take this off, allow that to regen. Drink.
Right.
head, shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head. Just don't shoot. Okay. Because it's like I know as soon as I shoot, he's going to turn on me. How do you get mounted again? That's funny. Which way is it gonna be? Here. Well, he was on the wrong side. Whoops. Did he die? Did he die? Yeah, he died. Yeah, found some stuff. I don't think that's close enough. Oh, it was close enough. Safe behind him. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for because I didn't want to get caught by that. So I knew that was coming up. Oh, he died again. Hopefully this is not the same. This is just they'll start exploding. Roll, 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 roll. What's your safety? Keep those people alive. Although I don't think he does like the big like super flame waves anymore, so I think we're safe from that, I think. I'm just gonna lay here. Nope. just gotta lay down and not get hit. Well, I'm out of like group healing things, so they're on their own. Blech. Which one they hear? Yep. Those shinies on the ground, I can like shoot at him. Yeah, it is. Those shoot. That's too far. These skulls. Oh, there goes the tail. Nice. Okay, should be safe over here. Listen. Let's get some extra damage. That was weird that it was up in the air like that. Strange. Wait, nope. Did I bring that? No, I didn't bring that shit. What? Oh, nice, mounted it again. Hell yeah. That'll keep us kind of safe for a little bit. Oh. If there's anything to like mine around here, I don't think. Oh, there's the tail. Where's the tail? When was she talking about the House of Anubis? Was that during the stream today? Because I could only catch like some of it. My LTE freaking died. And like I can't hook up to Twitch on the Wi-Fi, so I missed like a bunch. Where she mentioned something on Discord. There's a bunch I haven't checked on Discord. Oh, okay. Dooby dooby doo. I don't need those. Just need that. That. F it. I'm gonna bring that because it does heal a little bit. And maybe I could save somebody. Never know. You just never know. Oh yeah. How much did I get of what I wanted here? Okay, I can make the chest. Don't need the legs. So, oh, I'm gonna have to hunt an Archveld for that. Okay. And then I need the orb. More layer shells, so I can get a bunch of layer shells. That's like a basic thing.
Safe wanderings.
Let me actually change to my gun lance build. That way I can just put this armor on as I go.
How can I serve? A sage choice.
Watch this.
Lend me a hand.
Yes, sir. All right.
We'll equip that now. So now, need 2 crystal scales, 3. No, I need 6. I need 11, and I'm at 4. So I need like 7 more of those, and an Arcveld gem. Oh, the mass, the Black Ember mass. I had a bunch of those. I was like, oh, I don't need them, and I got rid of them, and now I need them. Ugh. But it's probably going to take me a bit to get that Gleam Orb, so whatevs.
How can I serve?
Does kind of suck. The chest only has 1 slot. But 1, 2 slot, so a 2, a 3 and a 1, a 3, a 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so I lose a little bit on slots, but I think that'll be fine. I won't need as many. What do I need to transcend that chest? Oh, I need the orbs. Okay. That's fine.
Oh, good. Very good.
Right.
Cool. I already seen this cutscene. Skip it. Skip it.
I'll get ready too. This will be a dangerous one, but I know you'll manage. A supply shipment's come in. Hope you find something useful.
Need at least 1 NPC to show up.
I'm heading for the target.
There you go, Fabius.
What do you think we'll find?
Here we go.
Blech. Block you. It's a meat. No snack. Go. Alrighty, man. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Face. Face. Ah, shit. Sorry, I'm gonna go on this fire first. Where he flies up the middle. Yeah. Come here. Open his door. Pretty good time to take this out. Let's just put that out. Yeah. Really? Come on. Oh yeah, it's doing the thing. Thought so. Thought it was. Okay, where is it gonna be? the big thing. Yep. We want to be behind him. No, Pogor! Oh.
Thanks. That helped.
Bastard. Shit. All right. Hell yeah. Do, 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 do. Oh, got a mass. Okay, we got 2 mass. Yes, yes, yes. Hell yeah.
Hey, Hunter, yes. Everyone in the village said they can help too. Okay, come back anytime.
Do, 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 do. Alright.
Come on, Olo.
Alright, to make the helmet, I need... Let's make the helmet here.
Can I proceed?
Watch this.
Lend me a hand. Good.
All right.
I've only just now realized that putting these pieces on while they're not very leveled up kind of makes my armor a lot lower. But, okay, so I need... So mass, horn, shell, certificate, crystal stake. Okay, so I need 2 more crystal scales and an orb. And then I'll have the 4 pieces I need for super recovery. Okay. In about a little over 2 hours.
Another satisfied customer.
I've got a special announcement. Ah!
No, I don't want it. That requires money that I want to spend. Let's see here. Now, I wonder if I kind of doubt it, but I wonder if there's a way to like hurt yourself in the training room, so you can see how slow this level 1 is. But I don't think there is though. Oh, training settings.
Making some changes? That do it?
second focus. Maybe more. I mean, that recovers. I like super quick, but it's like noticeable though. Okay.
Making some changes? That do it?
Can I set it to where it like hits harder?
Want to tweak its behavior?
Oh yeah, let's put this like all the way up. Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fast enough because I could foresee myself being in a spot where I'm just like, if I stop blocking, I might die, and that'll kind of offset it to maybe keep me alive through some blocking stuff. I mean, obviously, drinking a potion or something's going to be faster than this level 1, but it is not insignificant. Plus, monster runs away, and while it's chasing, I don't have to bother drinking a potion because I'm just going to passively regen HP. Depending on how far it goes, then how much faster the level 2 version of that's going to be, plus the recovery speed up. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think, though, on that note, I think I'm going to call it.
Going on at the Grand Hub. Should we check it out?
It's been about 2 hours. I'm trying to keep it around there so I got time to like do other stuff. But thanks everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.